Hello, my name's Helen. Welcome back to the studio space. A couple of weeks ago, I shared a very simple way of reviving your less than perfect prints rather than putting them in the recycling. So can you revive them? And I was playing with watercolor. This week, I've been exploring another couple of ways that I can use my prints, or I could use my prints. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you now so that hopefully it will spark off some inspiration for what you can do with some of your prints that didn't turn out the way that you wanted them to. So let's have a look, see how I got on. So the print revivals I want to share with you this week all started life in my little sketchbook here. And these are just vase shape, vessel shapes that I've cut out of mono prints or painted paper. I think they're nearly all mono prints. And I really quite liked this. It was a nice exercise to do. It was very therapeutic, very easy. These are just line drawings with my Lamy pen, and it got me thinking: could I revive my some of my other prints? So this is the plate that I printed from. So it's a Tetra Pak plate. And this is the final version of it, but I actually did several versions of it. So in the first print session, I had kept the background silver, and so it was just a simple line drawing, and yeah, I got some quite nice prints of that. I was quite happy. Then I decided I would peel the background off, and so I've got now on these prints I've got a dark background, which again I still quite like. But between all of those processes of trying it for first time and then peeling it again and printing for the second time, I got a lot of seconds. So let me have a look, see what other sort of gash seconds I got. I think these are the only ones I've got left now. So I was getting, some of them were a bit more fuzzy prints, not quite as sharp. And so I had a whole collection of these. What do I do with them? Can I take them any further? So the thought process was, with the cutout vessels here, could I cut my vessels out? And I've ended up with these. So these are just the gash prints that I've cut out. I haven't drawn any more lines on here. I did on top, though. I'll show you a painted one, and I did put some more lines on top. But these are the original print lines. The only lines I've drawn are the suggested flowers and the botanicals that are in the vase. So I really quite liked that. And then, so this is on a just a very light wash. Let's put you there. It's a light wash painted paper background. Just thin paper. It's not watercolor paper or anything. It's just a painted paper background, and so I had to play with different backgrounds and different configurations of flowers, And as you can see, you know, the vase shapes they're still really blotchy. They're not great prints, but by actually cutting the element out, I've got the shape of the vase like I had in my sketchbook. I've got the shape of the vase and an indication of some of the details on it. And yeah, I was really quite pleased with these. So I've got three of them there. I then, because I had had a go on at a previous time painting the prints that I was less than happy with, so I was really quite pleased with those results. And I thought, well, could I cut one of the painted ones out? And so that's what I've done here. But as you can see on this one, I've watercoloured the vessels and the base. But I have added the details on the vase afterwards with the Lamy pen as well. Once I'd actually drawn the flowers on, it kind of needed a bit more black on there, I thought. I've just gone over some of the lines and just reinforced those pattern marks because they were lost with the watercolour. So yeah, so that's what I've ended up with. So from the original going over with paint that I did a couple of weeks ago, that really works for me. But yeah, I've cut them out and popped them onto other pieces of painted paper, so it's got a textured background, and I've ended up with a little collection of vessels that, you know, they would have just gone into the recycling, but I actually think they're quite sweet little images. I think this one is perhaps the most successful. But you know, it's the limited backgrounds that I had. But I'm just playing, I'm just seeing what I can do. But yeah, cutting your shapes out, cutting your printed elements out, and then adding onto them. So these have just literally cut out, collaged onto another piece of paper, and then added the doodle. This obviously works very well in this case because I'm doing vessels, so you know, I could easily bring in the botanicals, the plant details, but I'm sure you could do that with other elements in your prints as well. So there you go, there's another little idea of what you can do with, you know, to revive the prints that didn't quite go as well as you'd have liked. I hope that helps, and have fun doodling. There you have it. A couple more simple ways that you can revive your prints. I hope you found that useful and that it's sparked off some inspiration for you to revive your prints. So as always, thank you very much for watching, for liking and subscribing. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do. It does help the magic YouTube algorithm feed my content to other viewers who may find it useful too. So as always, thank you again for watching, and until next time, bye for now.